My name is Emma Coleman from Doyle Spillane Real Estate, and here at the property 8 of 11 Avon Road in DY doing the Ingoing condition report. The date is the 30th of April 2020, and in this video I'll be documenting the overall condition of the property, which is in a very clean condition. The property has been professionally cleaned. Starting with the front door, we do have a timber door. It has a small mark present. We also have the metal number 8, which is fixed and secure on the door. The handle is also fixed and secure. And the door is opening and closing correctly. Coming to the back of the door, again we have a timber door. We have a very small scratch mark present towards the bottom right of the door. Coming into the property, into the living room, we have polished wooden floors. The floors are in a good, clean condition. There are a few scratch marks present, but this is just fair wear and tear. Coming down to the walls, we have white painted rendered walls. The walls are all in a good, clean condition. However, there are a few chips, cracks and scuff marks present, which I'll point out now. We have the chip in the wall here. Scuff mark. Another scuff mark. Scuff mark. We do have some textured spots on the wall as well. Scuff mark. Some more textured spots. Another scuff mark. Coming now to the ceiling, we have a vermiculite ceiling. The ceiling is in a good, clean condition, and there are no major marks or chips or cracks present. We have a frosted oyster light and 3 downlights. All of them have been tested and are working correctly. We have a single power point. A double connection point. A double power point and 2 connection points. Coming to the window, we have white shutter blinds. The blinds are in a good, clean condition, and there are no marks present and no blinds missing. The blinds are rotating correctly. And the blinds are also opening correctly. Behind it we have a glass window. The window is in a good clean condition and is also intact. The frame is also in a good condition and shows no signs of any rust or erosion. The window is opening correctly. And behind it we have a fly screen. The fly screen is in a clean condition, however there are a few holes present. The mesh is coming out of the edge as well, and it's loose. And there also is a gap in between. Coming just across from the fly screen, we do have a crack, settlement crack in the wall. Now, sorry, I forgot to mention there's also a gas outlet as well in the corner just there. Now just get some overall shots of the living area. Coming out of the living area and onto the balcony, we have a fly screen door. The fly screen door has a few holes present. The handle is fixed and secure, and the door is opening correctly. The frame does have a few marks present as well. Behind that we have a glass door. The glass is all intact in a good clean condition, and the white painted timber frame is also in a clean condition. However, there are a few small cracks present, settlement cracks present just along the edge. The handle is fixed, but it is a little bit loose. As you can see, it is moving in and out. And the door is a little bit stiff to open as well. Coming to the back of the door, again, we have the glass that is intact. And we also have some chipping and cracks present towards the bottom of the door. Coming onto the balcony, we have a concrete floor. It has rained, so some of the concrete is currently wet. We do have quite a few marks present on the concrete. And some white paint marks. Coming to the walls, we have a red brick wall, which is in a good clean condition. There are a few white marks present. However, as it's an outside area, this is just fair wear and tear. Coming to the ceiling, We have a white painted ceiling. The ceiling is in a good clean condition. There are some cobwebs present. Obviously it is outside, so this is again just due to being outside. We have the balcony railing, which is just concrete bricks. The railing is safe and secure, and it is in a good clean condition with no major damages present. I'll now just get some overall shots of the outside area. Coming back inside. And into the kitchen area. I'll just start with the blinds to let some light in. So we have white shutter blinds, which are in a good clean condition. There's no marks present and no blinds missing. The blinds are rotating correctly. And they are also opening correctly. Behind it we have a glass window. The window is all intact in a good clean condition. There is one small mark present on the window. But other than that, the window is in a good condition. And we also have the child safety lock device installed. The window is opening correctly, and behind it we have a fly screen. The fly screen is in a clean condition, however there are a few holes present. We also do have a rip present as well. The frame is also in a good condition and shows no signs of any rust or erosion. Coming to the cupboards, we have brown laminate cupboards with some white shelves on the inside. Just starting from the top, they're all in a pretty clean condition. There is a power point to the back of this shelf space as well. And all of the handles are fixed and secure on the cupboard doors. And they are all opening and closing correctly. We have the drawers with the cutlery separator. The cutlery separator is in pretty much perfect condition. There are no chips or cracks present and no marks present. Coming underneath the cutlery separator, again the drawer is in perfect condition with no chips or cracks and no marks. All of the drawers are in a good clean condition with no marks present and no chips or cracks present. We also have a power point in this cupboard, 2 power points actually. Coming underneath the sink, we have all of the plumbing, which looks to be in a good condition. There's no signs of any water leaking, and the shelves are in a good clean condition as well. Also have the gas meter in this cupboard, and the shelves are in a clean condition. We have the switch box in this cupboard. Coming now to the floor, we have a cream tiled floor throughout. The tiles are in a really good clean condition, and there are no chips or cracks present and no marks present. Coming to the walls, we have white painted rendered walls. Again, the walls are in a very good clean condition. There are a few very small marks present. As you can see, there's a small black scuff mark. And there are some textured marks as well. Coming now to the ceiling, we have a vermiculite ceiling, which is in a good clean condition. There are 2 holes present just next to where the light is. However, other than that, there are no other marks or chips or cracks. We also have a frosted oyster light, which has been tested and is working correctly. We have a black stone bench top, which is in a really good clean condition. There are no chips or cracks present to the bench top, and there are no marks present. We have a gas cooktop, which is in a good condition. All of the cooktops have been tested and are working correctly. We also have an exhaust fan, which is in a really clean condition. There's no signs of any grease. The exhaust fan has been tested and is working correctly. Coming down to the oven, we have a Whirlpool oven. The inside of the oven is in a good clean condition and has no signs of any grease buildup. Coming across to the serial number. The door is a little bit dirty, as you can see. We have a double basin sink, which is in a good, clean condition. There are a few scratch marks present, however, this is just fair wear and tear. The tap has been tested and is working correctly with good water pressure from both hot and cold, and the sink is also draining correctly. We have a white tiled splashback. The tiles are all in a clean condition, and there are no chips or cracks present to any of the tiles. We have a double towel point and another double power point. And we also have a single power point. I'll now just get some overall shots of the kitchen area. Coming now to the laundry, we have a white painted timber sliding door. The door is in a clean condition, however there is a massive chip present to the paint. And just next to it we have some faint pink marks. We also have some more marks just running up the right side. My apologies, I just had to stop the video because the door wasn't opening. But coming back, the door does slide correctly, but it does not slide correctly when it is on this little thing. You do have to take it off the stand before sliding it. Coming to the back of the door, we have a white painted timber door. The door is in a good, clean condition. There are a few faint paint marks present. However, there's no like black scuff marks or chips present. Coming into the laundry, we have a white and brown tiled floor. The tiles are all in a good, clean condition. There are no chips or cracks present, however, just along the edge, there are some darker marks. Coming to the walls, we have white painted rendered walls. The walls are all in a good, clean condition. However, there are a few marks present, as you can see along this wall. There are some patches of discoloration. And we do have some marks present just around the metal for where the door slides along. We also have some scuff marks present. Coming to the ceiling, we have a vermiculite ceiling which is in a good, clean condition. However, there is a settlement crack in the corner. We have a frosted oyster light which has been tested and is working correctly. We have a white metal rod which is fixed and secure on the wall. We also have white laminate cupboards. Inside the cupboards we have white painted wooden shelves. They are in a clean condition, however there are some marks present to the wall, as you can see. And the inside of the door does have a few marks as well. Just coming underneath this, we have a laundry sink basin. The water has been tested and is working correctly with good water pressure from both hot and cold taps. The sink is also draining correctly. We have a white tiled splashback which has no chips or cracks present. Just coming underneath it to the sink cabinet door, we do have some chipping present to the bottom of the door. And all the plumbing looks to be in a good condition with no signs of any water leaking. We have two laundry taps which are fixed and secure on the wall. We also have the drain on the floor which has been tested and is draining correctly. Just coming to the skirting as well, we do have quite a lot of it chipping off. And another chip in the wall just there. Coming to the window, we have a glass window which is all intact with no chips or cracks present and no marks present. The frame is also in a good clean condition and there's no signs of any rust or erosion. The window is opening correctly as well. I'll now just get some overall shots of the laundry. I should mention as well there's a single power point on the wall. Coming out of the laundry, and into the bathroom, we have a white painted timber door. The door is in a good clean condition and has no chips or cracks present and no marks present. The handle is also fixed and secure on the door, and the door is opening and closing correctly. Coming to the back of the door, again we've got a white painted timber door that has one small mark present. And we also have the door stopper which is fixed and secure at the top of the door. Coming to the floor, we have a blue tile floor. The tiles are all in a good clean condition and there are no chips or cracks present and no marks present. We also have the drain which is draining correctly. Coming to the walls, we have a half white tiled wall. The tiles are all in a very good clean condition. And there are no chips or cracks present to any of the tiles. Coming to the other half of the wall, we have a white painted rendered wall, which is in a good clean condition as well. There is a mark present just underneath the window. Coming down to the ceiling, we have a white painted vermiculite ceiling. The ceiling is in a good clean condition. There are a few chips I would say, just above the cupboard. We have a frosted oyster light which has been tested and is working correctly. We have a towel rack which is fixed and secure on the wall. We also have a mirror which is fixed and secure on the wall. The mirror is in a good clean condition and has no chips or cracks present and no marks present. The frame does have a few white paint marks present just along the edges. Coming underneath that, we have a white porcelain sink. The sink is in a good clean condition and there are no chips or cracks present and no marks present. The tap has been tested and is working correctly with good water pressure, and the sink is also draining correctly. Coming underneath the sink, we have a white laminate cupboard. The handles are fixed and secure, and the cupboard doors are opening correctly. Coming inside the cupboard, we have all the plumbing, which looks to be in a good condition with no signs of any water leaking. And there are no chips or cracks present to any of the shelves. We have a white porcelain toilet, which is in a good condition. There are no chips or cracks present. The inside of the toilet is in a clean condition, and both the toilet seat and the toilet lid are opening and closing correctly, and the toilet is also flushing correctly. Just next to it, we have a toilet roll holder, which is fixed and secure on the wall. And above it, we have a wooden shelf, which is in a good, clean condition. There are a few white marks present. And it is fixed and secure on the wall. Coming to the bath, we have a white porcelain bath, which is in a really good condition. There are no marks present and no chips or cracks present. All the taps are fixed and secure on the wall, and we also have a soap dish holder, which is fixed and secure on the wall. Coming to the window, we have a frosted glass window, which is in a good clean condition. There are no chips or cracks present and no marks present. The window is also opening and closing correctly, and behind it we have a fly screen. The fly screen does have quite a lot of holes present. Coming to the shower, we have a glass shower screen door, a glass shower screen, frosted glass, which is in a good clean condition. There are no chips or cracks present. We also have a shower curtain, a white shower curtain. There are no marks present and no holes present. And it is sliding correctly. Coming into the shower, we have a blue tile floor. The blue tiles are all intact, however there is one white mark present on the tiles. Coming to the walls, we have white tiled walls, which are in a good clean condition with no marks present and no chips or cracks present. The shower head is fixed and secure on the wall. And we also have the soap dish holder, which is fixed and secure on the wall. I'll now just get some overall shots. And there is a single power point on the wall. I'll now just get some overall shots of the bathroom. And into the first bedroom, we have a white painted timber door. The door is in a good clean condition and there are no chips or cracks present and no marks present. The handle is also fixed and secure on the door. And the door is opening and closing correctly. Coming to the back of the door, again we've got a white painted timber door with no chips or cracks present. Coming to the window just to let some light in, we have white shutter blinds. The blinds are in a good clean condition and there are no marks present and no blinds missing. The blinds are rotating correctly. And they are also opening correctly. Behind it we have a window. The window is intact with no chips or cracks present. However, there is a mark present on the left window. The window is opening correctly and behind it we have a fly screen. The fly screen is intact, however the frame is bent, as you can see, which leaves a hole along the bottom. We also have the child safety lock, which is attached to the window. Coming into the bedroom, we have blue carpet flooring. The carpet is in a good clean condition and there are no marks present. Coming to the walls, we have white painted rendered walls. The walls are also all in a good clean condition. There is a small mark present on the wall. And we do have some black scuff marks present just underneath where the window is. Coming now to the ceiling, we have a vermiculite ceiling. The ceiling is in a clean condition, however there is a settlement crack present, just running along the edge of the ceiling. We have a frosted oyster light which has been tested and is working correctly. We also have a wooden shelf which is fixed and secure on the wall. The shelf is in a good clean condition and there are no marks present and no chips or cracks present. And we also have the wooden rod which is fixed and secure on the shelf. Coming to the cupboard, we have a white painted timber cupboard. The handle is fixed and secure. And the cupboard door is opening correctly. Coming inside the cupboard, we have wooden shelves, which are all in a good clean condition. The inside of the cupboard door does have quite a lot of discoloration present. We also have a double power point. I'll now just get some overall shots of the bedroom. Coming out of the bedroom, coming into the main bedroom, we have a white painted timber door. The door is in a good, clean condition and has no chips or cracks present and no marks present. The handle is fixed and secure on the door. And the door is opening and closing correctly. Coming to the back of the door, we have a white painted door, which is in a good, clean condition. There is a small chip present towards the very bottom of the door. The mirror is fixed and secure on the back of the door, which is in a good condition with no chips or cracks present. We do have some silvering starting just along the edge. We also have this leftover sticker and some more silvering. Coming into the bedroom, just starting with the blinds to let some light in. We have white shutter blinds, which are in a good, clean condition. There are no marks present and no blinds missing. The blinds are rotating correctly. And they are also opening correctly. Coming to the windows, we have glass windows, which are all intact in a good condition. The window on the left does have quite a few marks present. As you can see. Coming to the window on the left, it is opening correctly, and behind it we have a fly screen. The fly screen is in a good condition and is intact with no holes present. However, there is a gap present just along the edge where the fly screen is a bit bent. Coming into the bedroom, we have blue carpet throughout, which is in a perfect condition with no marks present. Coming to the walls, we have white painted rendered walls. The walls are all in a good condition. Do have a scuff mark present. Coming now to the ceiling, we have a vermiculite ceiling. The ceiling is in a clean condition. However, there are a few settlement cracks present just along the edge. We have 3 downlights which have all been tested and are working correctly. We also have a double power point. Coming to the cupboard, we have wooden cupboards. They're in a good, clean condition and there are no marks to the outside of the cupboard. Just starting from the left up the top, we have a white laminate shelf, which is in a good, clean condition. We also have a metal rod which is fixed and secure in the cupboard. and a white laminate shelf. Does have a few marks present along the edge. Coming across to the next cupboard. Again, we've got a white laminate shelf which is in a good clean condition. And we have a metal rod which is fixed and secure in the cupboard. We do have some marks present to the wall. I'll now just get some overall shots of the bedroom. This concludes the ingoing video report for the property 8 and 11 Avon Road in DY. My name is Emma Coleman from Doyle Spillane Real Estate and the date is the 30th of April 2020. Thank you.